sometimes, those days, Bras Basah Road have got 6 o'clock gospel service and 8 o'clock song service. Sometimes we will stay back and attend gospel service or song service. And the attraction of song service was that you have sandwiches. So, those days it's a luxury to have sandwiches. And those were the attractions at that time. My role in NBRC. When I first went there, I was still new to all the members. But gradually, as I get to know them, I got involved in the ministry there. For a start, I was in the recreational committee, organizing things like carom, table tennis. Just a description of the old house. Downstairs was a hall, maybe about half the size of the PPH coffee area that we have now. So the sitting capacity was 120 people at maximum. And we will sit in a quadrangle, 4 rows facing, and then the communion table will be in the middle, but the lease was due. So a couple of years before it was due, the church leadership decided that we should start moving out. That's where we split into small groups and house churches. Philip Tan, as an elder, lead one of the groups. I was the only deacon with a sister called Catherine Chong. So 3 of us were among the oldest of that group. The group comprised about 40 to 45 people. Most of them were secondary school students or polytechnic students. Later on, because the British withdrew from Singapore in 1975, a lot of the bungalow houses occupied by the British officers were vacated. Fortunately, there were a few bachelors among the house church that were already working. So they pooled their resources together and rented one of these bungalows and helped to defray the cost. And we used the house as a church. I was involved in serving as a deacon from my late 20s, and then continuing on in PPH, sometimes as elder, sometimes as deacons. I continue on until my late 50s. I might have taken leave out of the 30 years, 4 or 5 years in between. I would like to see the continuation of the love in the community, in the support for missions. The main thing is that we should be well grounded in God's word. Micah 6:8 says, "He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justice, to love mercy or loving kindness, and to walk humbly with your God."